After slamming the wrestler down unconscious, the son of former UFC champion Rampage Jackson gets on the unconscious man and proceeds to punch him 22 times. Should he go to prison for this? Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my freedom-loving friend. This is where we call out lies, hypocrisy, corruption, and help spread the light of truth and freedom because truth conquers. So this is everywhere now. Raja Jackson, who is the son of former UFC champion Quentin Rampage Jackson, he kind of tried to kill a guy. So it seems in this small wrestling promotion after slamming the guy down, slammed him wrong, knocked him unconscious, then got on the guy, punched him 22 times, an unconscious man 22 times, and would have kept going. But he was pulled off. Should he go to prison for this? But here's the thing. You've probably seen this going around. The victim, the wrestler that he brutally attacked, he started it. He's not completely innocent. Also, what you might not have seen is Raja Jackson premeditated all of this. So as the police are now investigating him, he videoed himself premeditating this out loud. We'll see that in a minute. Now, the wrestler who was a victim of this crime is a guy named Sicko Stu. He's a former veteran who says he got into pro wrestling as a way of dealing with PTSD, which he now probably objectively, unfortunately, has a lot more of. He was unconscious, brutally beaten. He was hospitalized. Reports were differing how long it took him to wake up. Some reports saying days, but nonetheless, he is now awake. And as reported by who is said to be his brother, during the attack, he lost almost all of his teeth, and rescue workers had to, rescue him amongst other injuries because he was choking on his own blood and his own teeth. And for the love of God, police are now investigating the young man, Raja Jackson. We'll see what started the attack and how it's premeditated in a second. So we'll see plenty of him. But it took a few days for the police, and he hasn't even been arrested as of this recording, but it took a few days for the police to even begin investigating. A lot of people are happy about this, which it seems like the right thing to do for sure. Now, Raja Jackson, he's a streamer. I don't know if I'm too old to understand that, but basically what that means is he has someone film him on his phone for long periods of time while he's just going about his life. And I guess streaming content is you say annoying things and act like an idiot, which he succeeds at. So because 100% of this was streamed, both what started it, the brutal attack, as well as how it was all premeditated. You'll hear it from Raja's mouth. That was all streamed. So as the LA Police Department is investigating it, luckily the guy, Raja, that they're investigating, well documented all the evidence for them to investigate. And my guess is, especially with his premeditated words he was saying to his stream, recorded forever, it won't turn out good for him. Because it's one thing to call this temporary insanity, but that's not what this is. And there's video proof of it. Before we get to all that, let's take a closer look at what happened. And admittedly, this is an incredibly violent attack. 22 punches that this guy took. I'm not going to show that. One is just brutal. It's disgusting to watch, and it gets flagged by YouTube. It's also worth noting Raja Jackson, he's a trained MMA athlete. I don't know how good, but he legitimately knows how to effectively punch people. Okay, so here's where that starts to go wrong, according to Wrestling is Fake. Raja Jackson, he's not a pro wrestler. This little promotion had him in there. Why? Probably because he's the son of Rampage Jackson. They probably thought, we're going to get a little bit more attention having him be like a guest here on this show. So that move, that wasn't a pro wrestling move, or at least it wasn't executed as such. He slammed him down in such a way that his head made contact with the ring. He is knocked out from that point forward. And that is a brutal knockout indeed. You want to talk about head trauma, potential brain injury, just that alone. I mean, treating his body as a pendulum, coming down with speed, and head makes direct contact with a thin wrestling mat, wood underneath. That's enough to do some damage. Then he gets on top of his unconscious body and starts pummeling him in the face and head. So brutal. Now, before we see what started it, here's how much remorse Raja Jackson was saying as he fled the arena.
Motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit. One of them bit me. I'm tired of everybody playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing it. Call me none of bro. At the end of the day, I'm gonna stand up for myself because I'm tired of everybody playing with me, bro. Real shit.
So he shows a lot of remorse. And by the way, side note, what do I think is wrong with this guy? He's unstable and has a massive inferiority complex. There's little pieces and clips, we'll see some of it, but there's so much more out there where anytime someone mentions his father, he's like, no, I'm my own man. He probably feels minuscule relative to his father's fame. That's on him. That is a weak mentality that makes himself feel minuscule relative to that. I would diagnose him as having an inferiority complex. And in addition, he is obviously mentally unstable to a degree. Probably not 24/7 mentally unstable, but he has mental instability because you see him absolutely lose control. Now, before we pretend the victim, Sicko Stu, is innocent, he's not. Doesn't take anything away from the crime that was inflicted on him, but the guy started it. As Raja Jackson enters the parking lot where I guess the wrestlers are hanging out before the show, Sicko Stu acts like an absolute bully to Raja. Let's take a look at that. We'll get back to the video in a second, but first, have you been feeling foggy, slow, or just stuck in a low gear? Well, your brain and body run on cellular energy, and when your mitochondria slow down, which are the tiny power generators in your cells, you slow down. That's why I want to introduce Recharge by the Wellness Company, the brain energy hack you haven't tried. It's the first ever formula to combine NAD, methylene blue, and PQQ into one powerful daily supplement. NAD is what your cells use to create energy. It powers everything from DNA repair to how you age, while the methylene blue helps your mitochondria work better so you get more energy and less cellular stress. And PQQ, that helps your body make more mitochondria, boosting your body and brain performance over time. This triple threat formula is backed by the Wellness Company's Chief Medical Board and designed to give you real results. Feel the difference with enhanced mental clarity, sustained energy, sharper focus, and protection from cognitive decline. You just take 2 tablets in the morning to ignite peak performance from brain to body, and no, it won't turn your tongue blue. Head to twc.health/JPReacts and use code JPReacts to get 15% off plus free shipping. Again, that's twc.health/JPReacts, code JPReacts to get 15% off plus free shipping. Enjoy. Now back to the video.
Where's the real McKill at? Where's he at?
You don't need to worry about him. You need to be worried about Psycho Stu.
Psycho Stu?
What, you don't know me?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's what... Oh, you don't sell it? He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the f*** was that? What the f*** was that?
You don't sell it?
Still, he's not a worker, bro.
There's consequences for your actions. Sicko Stu probably didn't expect this kind of consequence, nor was it a well-deserved consequence by any stretch. Yet he absolutely started it. Broke I believe it was either a beer can or a soda can on Raja's head. Absolutely disrespectful, absolutely violating his boundaries. This is not part of the show. Now, I do speculate that he broke the can in pro wrestling fashion, as in it wasn't the can making direct contact with his head. I don't know this for sure. This is how it seems to me. As he grabs his head, I think the can made contact with Sicko Stu's own thumb, and the thumb is what makes the can explode. Either way, it's still physically violating to Raja Jackson. And we'll see them make up an apology in just a second. But first, as I mentioned, Sicko Stu started it. Unfortunately, for the legalities of Raja, his actions were not self-defense. Like, he didn't get hit in the head and then immediately start punching him where it can claim self-defense. This is clearly a crime of retribution. So inflicting violence on someone is a form of self-defense. Get it. The law should be on your side. Inflicting violence on someone who wronged you, yet inflicting violence on someone in retribution, that's a crime. It's not self-defense. Let's get to the apology. So this is still before the show, long before the brutal attack. Here's seemingly Raja Jackson accepting the apology and shaking hands.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I just thought you were
I get it.
Well, now you just involved fucking Rampage himself. Because
By the way, what that wrestler just said, you just involved Rampage himself because that's his boy. Watch Raja's reaction to that. You'll see his inferiority complex come out.
boy, how he can handle it?
Yeah, I can handle myself. Yeah, I can handle myself.
Rampage gonna come whoop your ass.
You don't need his dad. He can handle his own shit. Yeah, I got my own shit.
Now, need I remind you, the police are now investigating this, and any police investigation where they're investigating, was there a crime here? They're looking for evidence. And here, the suspect provides all the evidence because he does stupid, immature streaming. So here he is sitting ringside before he goes in for the brutal attack. He's looking at comments that are coming on during his stream. Why the hell people just watch this, I don't know. But you'll hear premeditation. He's talking about, I'm going to get payback. I'm going to knock him out. Should I slam him first? This is just, he can't claim temporary insanity. This is premeditation. It's on video. Here's the video.
It's always been my dream to fuck up a pro wrestler for real. So I get it today. Am I really gonna fight him? Yeah, I'm gonna punch his ass for real. But I don't believe in me getting disrespected too. I'm too nice. That shit was not staged. I'm telling you that right now. How many subs to knock him out? That's a good question. 50 subs to knock him out. If he hits me back for real, I don't give a f. I want him to. But people think this sweet. People think this is a fucking game. Hey, you're right, Joel. I gotta show him some form of respect. Then they don't train no martial arts. I'm really going to hit him. I'm telling you. What should I do, chat? Should I pick him up? Should I slam him first or hit him? W, if I should slam him first, I'm not f***ing around.
Asking his chat for, like, hey, vote. How should I start this crime?
My dad can't never call me a bitch. This dude. Oh, you think he's stronger than me? All right, Suave, watch. Shut the f*** up. Shut the f*** up, Suave. Bet you would be talking like this if you was in front of me. Chat, watch what I do to him. Tony, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you, Tony.
So I wonder what police will think of that. Now, before we close out, I found this interesting. Here's a clip of his father, the guy that has fame, that his son apparently has a big inferiority complex about. Very insecure man. His son is a very weak man. I don't care about his physical strength. He is a very weak man. So here is Raja's dad, Rampage Jackson, being filmed. This whole family apparently does this stupid streaming stuff where I don't get it. But he's at some kind of restaurant or club. Someone hands him a phone showing him the footage of his son doing this attack. You can see his reaction. For a boy who just wants his father's approval, he didn't get it just then. And for a boy who probably more important to him wants his father's significance, well, his desperate plea for that probably left him in a deep hole of insignificance. He may or may not climb out of. He may or may not go to prison. If he does, it'll be a very deep hole for him. and well-deserved, if you ask me. But let me know what you think. Should Roger Jackson be going to prison? Should he face jail time? Should he face legitimate charges? Many are calling for attempted murder, and many are saying he literally could have killed the guy, and if he wasn't stopped, he would have kept going till he killed him, because he didn't voluntarily get off the guy. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll look forward to seeing you on our next video. But until then, stay free.